What's up, everybody? This is Sparks Comics here, and I've got with me Hyper.Combo.Comics. Say what's up.
What's up? What's up, YouTube Nation?
So we're gonna be breaking down the final order cutoff for this week, and we've got two different dates for that. We got DC that's due today, so you got to be real quick and get on that after the show, and then we've got everybody else's tomorrow, so that'll be got a little bit more time to get on ordering those books. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat here.
We got
yeah. You wanna let you run down the people in the chat.
sure. Azores just showed up. What's up, Azores Tiger? Lady Sith always holding it down with the jokes. Let's see who else we got. FaceTime. I believe he's actually new to the channel. He's doing his thing with newbies on newbies channel right there. And we got Said Pool. What's up from Naperville, Illinois. And then who else? Bricks, my dude from Montreal. Welcome. MacB1.
Yeah, and MacB hung out with us Friday night also.
Yes, he's the one that actually I think was curious about if Roger was from. He was asking if Roger or myself was from Montreal.
Yeah. So welcome everybody. So we'll go through some of the DC stuff first, and we'll see. I don't think that was on there for this week.
The future state, no, because that's in January. So
yeah, so we still got you got plenty of time to decide on that one. I see we got another
Slim
person
Comics.
in.
Martin shoot! Yeah, Martin Bass. I actually knew this cat from he's from New York, so I met him also in IG. So welcome to have him back on the show for the first time. A lot of new faces.
And Slim, we and him comment back and forth on each other's videos, but I don't think I've ever gotten to catch him live, and I don't know if he's ever been in one of my lives. So that's awesome. How's it going, Slim? So let's bring up the DC comics first.
All right, and we were just discussing this actually in the backstage. Batman 104.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the storyline continuing here with Ghostmaker, Clown Hunter, and all them.
Yeah.
But we were talking about what we thought about these design variants continuing on covers where it's not the new characters. It's just almost like they're redoing some art that they've done.
Yeah, I mean, DC. I was with you with the design variants when you guys started back in issue 92. There were new characters introduced. Well, they had characters like Joker and Harley also in the design variants, but for the most part, they were keeping it fresh. And when you start getting into civilian characters like Bruce Wayne, and I think this one, what is it, Barbara Gordon?
Specifically Barbara Gordon, not
exactly. It's
Batgirl.
I mean, it's bad enough these ratios are coming out every 2 weeks because that's when Batman actually, gets released. It's every 2 weeks. It's not a monthly title. So you're kind of starting to run out of ideas when you're just getting civilians. I mean, what's going to be next? It's like the guard who does the day shift at Arkham Asylum. Is he going to be the next design variant, or the concierge that sweeps the floors? I mean, come on, DC, get it together.
Yeah. And me and Azores Tiger were talking about Ghostmaker earlier today too, and how we both think he's going to be a great character going forward for Batman.
Yeah, I mean, they are alluding to the fact that Ghostmaker has ties to Bruce Wayne's past.
Yeah.
So there's a similar. They're drawing similarities between him and Hush. Back in that storyline. So.
Hey, Sedpool's gonna get that Arkham Guard variant.
You know what? People might, if that actually came up, people might buy it in an ironic sense. Almost.
Right. It would just be this unique, like, what are we doing here? Yeah. So
but I think I'm going to be done with the design variants after 102. I don't think I'm going to be going on unless they introduce a new character. I think I'm stopping after 102 with the designs.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm probably done right here with Wait, what was it that just came out? Was that 102?
102 came out, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the
So
Ghost Maker.
so that's it for me then, probably too, because I did pick up the what was his name on 101 Grifter. I picked that
Grifter,
up
yeah.
because honestly that looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
and the red cover, yeah. It was a dope. It was a
yeah,
dope image.
I guess I should have shown that off last night. Red cover.
That's true. That's true.
Hey
All right.
Glenn, welcome.
FaceTime.
FaceTime saying I bet it's the
That is-
mayor.
Yeah, you know what? The mayor or Commissioner Gordon. I didn't even think of Commissioner Gordon. That's another one.
Bank teller variant 1 in
Yeah.
25. Oh man, it could just keep going. So we got this coming up here too. Batman Black and White #1.
Black and white.
Last night, if you were in the Spine Tick show, we showed off the Pichuamoko variant. That's that third one there.
Mm-hmm.
That was Al's pick for FOC this week. But you were talking about there's we got a first appearance in this.
Yeah, so I was reading an article how apparently, because I wasn't even planning on picking up this issue because I just have too many bad titles at this moment. But now there's news apparently how there might be a new Robin appearing in this first issue, and I think the name is Maps, I believe. So
Yeah.
So because of that, I'll probably grab at least one cover, or maybe I'll probably grab the Peach as well.
Yeah, honestly, that's sometimes I don't like her art.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, what's your take on Peach? Because I know she's a bit divisive in the community. Some people hate her, some people like her. There never seems to be an in between.
I'm hit or miss.
Okay.
So like this one, I like. Did you see the Spider Woman one that she did for issue 100?
Yeah, you know what? The Spider Woman one, to me, it didn't really seem like a Peach cover. I actually didn't realize it was a Peach cover until someone pointed it out.
So this isn't in regular continuity, right?
That's a good question.
Black Label.
I believe it's not.
It's not Black Label. This is issue 1.
No, wait. I think it is a Black Label because that insignia looks like the DC Black Label.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not in regular continuity, but
I don't think so because
that doesn't mean they're not going to pull them into regular continuity. In some crazy thing way down the line. They like to do those types of things.
It's almost like that appearance of if you're following Batman Adventures, issue #2 kind of popped a bit because of that new character, which was Deathstroke's protege, and even though that series is not really in continuity, that issue still had a bit of stock right now. So
yeah, no, I mean Peach's art, you do either really like it, really hate it, or maybe you're somewhere in there where you pick up some of them because those ones are just like the fire books to you. Like I wish I'd gotten that Spider-Gwen cover that she did. Like that was like the first one that really was like boom.
Yeah, or that. Sorry, go ahead. No, I was going to say the Strange Academy also.
Yeah, I wish I had that too. Yeah. But I did get the that Champions one she did. That was like the split. You know what I'm talking about?
I actually got that one too from my LCS, the 1 in 50, right?
Yeah. And then I got the Gwenom version of that Ghost Spider one where holding the phone.
Yeah, saw that too.
Yeah. Glenn, Spider Glenn.
Spider Glenn. I don't know. Is that a typo or is it?
Oh no,
okay. No, that's his name. Glenn. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So we got more death metal stuff still going on here.
Yeah.
Which I haven't been following death metal at all, but that seems like that's been a good story.
I'll be honest. I'm collecting death metal. I'm a bit behind on it because with so many tie-ins and whatnot, and like I'm actually wondering who's going to be competing for more tie-ins, this or King in Black that's coming up. But
I don't think anything can compete with the number of tie-ins for King in Black.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I'm really digging that Perio variant for #6.
Yeah. What did they end up calling this guy?
Like, chat, help us out. What's the name?
Bat-Rex? I don't know.
Bat-Rex or something?
No, I'm just making stuff up.
It-
Interest Tiger, you in here? He would know probably. I don't
oh yeah,
know.
no.
I'm just saying he would know. James
I'm
would know.
I'm partial to dinosaurs on covers, specifically T-Rexes. So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
probably be pre-ordering that one.
yeah. Glenn loves collecting the Omnis.
Oof.
Oh, okay. I was close. I was close. Thanks,
B-Rex.
Zap Comics.
B-Rex. Okay.
And welcome in, Zap Comics.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Bat-Rex, B-Rex, yeah,
Yeah.
not too far off.
And there's a tie-in also. Last
Yeah,
stories of the
last
DCU.
stories. Yeah, the last battle against the Batman who left is at hand. All right, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Some Black Label stuff coming out. Rorschach, Sweet Tooth, American Vampire, The Dreaming. There was one other that where is it? So this was one of Al's picks yesterday. Was the Very Merry Multiverse #1.
Okay.
Um, it just looks like a fun holiday story going on here.
Yeah. I'll be
But
honest. I mean, I don't really. I generally stay away from like the holiday themed books, like the Halloween ones or the Christmas ones. I just find like, I mean, people know what they're getting when they buy these books. They're basically just short, more or less filler stories. Sorry, that's just there, just
yeah,
for a quick read. Um, but the thing is, with the amount of titles already on my pull, it's one of those situations where you kind of have
right.
to manage which ones you're gonna have to drop and which ones you'll keep.
I think the only time that I don't know if there's really ever been a time where there's been a significant thing that happened in a holiday issue, but I know right after Gwenpool came about, before she even had her own series, she had the Gwenpool holiday special. I think that was before she had her own series.
Yeah,
Like
and
she had the Howard the Duck appearances, and then she had that. So
right.
it's still like an early story for her or something like that.
It doesn't happen often, but you're right. That does happen, and even if fans are like fans who like this character, Squirrel Girl, she I think made her first appearance in one of those Marvel summer or winter specials.
Yeah,
I forgot which one,
it's
but
one of the summer specials. Yeah,
summer specials. So I mean, first appearances do happen, but they're few and far between. And what do the ladies say?
she said she's a sucker for holiday editions and
Yeah,
hashtag Sith knows.
listen, I'm not knocking them. It's just that like in my particular
But
case, I just gotta
it's
figure
her
out
love
where I
for
keep it.
the Hallmark Channel, you know.
Okay, okay. I mean, they are feel good stories. I mean, so
Yeah. So that's I mean there's more obviously coming out with DC. This is a more extensive list, but those seem like the highlights of DC's picks for the week. So we'll move on to the previews website and go through publisher by publisher,
okay.
which I gotta say there's not a lot this week. There's really not. Um, Spider
I
Verse
mean,
two.
right off the top, I'm seeing
Not sure.
Firepower. That's been a hot series. No pun intended.
Yeah. So Macby, I'm not sure
What
really.
is the FMV on Spideyverse 2 third printing?
I'm not even sure which cover that is.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe someone else in the chat can help out with that.
because I know that issue had multiple colors for each printing, so I'm not sure which color that
Well,
issue.
are you talking about like the original Spider-Verse
I think he's talking about
story or
the
the
first.
recent one?
No, I think he's talking about the first appearance of
Oh, Edge of Spider-Verse?
Yeah, I think that's the one he's talking about.
Oh, Edge of Spider-Verse, the third print, that's the design variant then.
Oh, okay, that's
Um,
okay.
yeah. So that one heated up, I think, even more or close to the second print because it's a different cover. Versus the second print's a slightly different color from the first, and then the fourth and fifth prints are also different colors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's what he's
the
talking about. So that I haven't looked recently, but I thought at one point it was hitting like $300-$400 for a 9/8.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I mean versus now I think there was a recent sale for the first print that was like 1,000.
And the thing is, I have to also keep in mind, because I'm in Canada, when you're spitting out these values, you're doing it in American dollars. So for me, 300, I have to think, okay, 300 for you is probably going to be like 400 or 450 for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know why specifically she's heating up right now again, other
Well, I
than
think,
Miles rumors. Then they jumped to Spider Gwen rumors. And yeah, no, Maccabee, it's not as bad as the first print. And honestly, I think it's the more unique cover because it
yeah,
doesn't follow the other printings.
yeah. But I mean, to your point, I think these characters, like Tivo kind of touched on yesterday during the Spine show. Shout out to Spine by the way, for getting
Yeah.
250 subs. Um, it seems like people are really going, hard on these spider characters in general, because especially with Miles, with the news of like the multiverse movie that's coming out with Strange, and also the fact that
Yeah.
there's rumblings that there's gonna have all three versions of the Spider-Mans in the same movie. I think people are trying to spread their hands wherever they can in terms of different spider characters.
He's probably making clips right now. Probably.
Oh,
Yeah. No, and there's a rumor that what's her name? Emma, the one that played Gwen Stacy.
Emma Stone.
Yes,
Yeah.
that she's coming back, and then they're like, is she gonna play Spider Gwen and not because Gwen Stacy died in the Andrew Garfield movie, so I don't
Mhm.
know. Yeah, so Firepower has been a hot series. Not much to say really, except that you're probably already reading this if you're gonna read it.
Yeah,
And this is the end of a story arc. So if you're
I
trying to
believe so.
hop on a new story arc, wait till issue 7, and then pick up the trade for volume 1 or something like that.
Yeah, I
Probably
mean,
the way to go.
they already have that original graphic novel, which is pretty much like a trade before issue 1. So
Yeah. Yeah, I thought East Meets West was going to be wrapped up at 8. I think they did too, and then they kept going.
mhm.
So yeah, so that's on this week, and I've loved this series too, Inkblot. So that's on to issue 4. It's just it's a fun story. This cat is potentially a summoned demon made of ink.
Okay.
But it's really just like it's a cat. It's having fun. It's doing cat things and opening portals into different worlds.
Yeah, I
So
haven't actually been reading Inkblot, so I know a lot of people are though.
yeah, it's just a fun thing that's different from the other stuff. And if you were reading Die and maybe fell off of it, I've been picking up the issues, but haven't actually been reading recently. There's a trade
Okay.
coming out for that, and that's Stephanie Hans that does the art there. So
Right, right. I don't
um,
really hear much about Dai. I know like a year ago Dai was getting a lot of fervor, but it seems like
yeah,
it's kind of been a bit quiet now lately.
yeah, and so yeah, if you're wanting to go back and get Die number 1, the prices have cooled off a lot.
Mhm. What's your take on these on the Walking Dead deluxe editions that they're doing now, recolored?
I can't get into it because I know how many issues that's going to be. I'm going to be doing this for years, getting those colored versions, and it's going to be 100. What was it? 193 issues.
193 issues, yeah.
I'm done. Nah.
I'm probably going to be picking up at least the first 6, because if you scroll down a bit, there's
You
the
want
Charlie
this one?
Adler variant. I'm probably going to be picking up those 6 issues because it's a connecting set, and
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a sucker for connecting covers. So at least for the first arc, I'll be picking those issues up.
Yeah. No, and that's I think probably the best thing that they've got going on with these first issues is this connecting cover set.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Sits in the building. What's up, Sit?
what's up? Where's he? There he is.
You just came. Yeah.
And I saw something mentioned here about the Justice League Endless Winter, which I think
Oh, right.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have an image to show of that because I don't know. They didn't either have an image or, and I don't know. I honestly don't know the best place to look up DC stuff since they're not on previews anymore. I found a couple places that, other stores that do FOCs, but I like this because my guy I order stuff from usually will put like these descriptions in here.
Mhm.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
there's Justice League Endless Winter number 1 of 2, and Flash 767 is part of that.
yeah.
And
They're kind of doing different issues that kind of tie into the same series. You're right. Like they're doing 2 Justice League, and then there's like a Flash, and I believe there's a Superman. Which I see
yeah,
Superman. So it's basically all these issues that's supposed to weave into one big storyline.
yeah. So it looks like extinction level global storm brewing from the Fortress of Solitude. So I guess
It, it,
that makes sense where the winter part's coming from.
but I mean, with the Justice League, it's always an end of the world situation. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
when is it not the brink of extinction? That's my question.
How's it going, Sith? I was waiting for East Meets West to end, but then they kept going, so we just started. Congrats, yeah, Lady Sith Lordly winning on the 250 Spine Tech show yesterday. That was when TiVo popped in and did his giveaway.
Mhm.
So yeah, so let's. But yeah, thanks for pointing that out. That we forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, that was actually the dude that pointed out was Mark Tache. He's actually another dude from Montreal.
Nice,
So
sweet.
Montreal, Canada repping.
Well, it's good to have all these extra people in the chat to chime in because I'm not an expert on any of this, but we've got our thoughts of what we think is going to be good pickups.
Yeah, and I
So
mean the chat's always here to help, so appreciate it. When they chime in if we miss something. So yeah, much
yeah.
appreciated.
So I don't know. I didn't really have anything else within image. And even looking at this is light for
Compared
image,
to the other weeks, yeah.
and I don't think I have anything under Dark Horse. Do you?
Dark Horse, I mean the only thing that kind of may have some interest for me is just because I am a bit of a gamer is the Overwatch. Well, Alien
Okay.
also.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually been. Are you actually picking up the Alien screenplay?
I haven't been. I think Sith is. I think
Okay.
he said he was before. Um, so if you're a big fan of Alien, that's cool to collect that. That series there. But yeah, I know which one you're talking about here. Any particular cover you're going for? Just the cover A.
Usually, I would. My, I guess my fallback is always going to be cover A, just because
Mm-hmm.
that tends to be the issue. That if something like a series were to take off, usually cover A is the go-to. And I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just that lately with all these video game properties taking off a bit, like if you saw Cyberpunk 2077 issue 1, after a few weeks it came out, it was
Yeah.
it was about what $20-$30. I think it kind of cooled down a bit. And then even the other show, Hotline Miami Wildlife, that I believe issue 1 also kind of took a momentary spike. So it's worth looking
Yeah.
into.
Yeah. And Maccabee, we have fun, getting to interact with people that hang out in the chat and, just talking about comics and things like that. If you want the real crazy times, that's the Spine Tick show on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. What are we at? 8 p.m. Pacific. So that's the crazy times. This is a little less crazy, but getting
I
to
mean,
talk about comics is fun.
it is the day before work, so it's
Yeah,
can't get too crazy.
right. And so actually, the other thing about this cover, the artist Bengal did the 1 in 50 on Something Is Killing the Children number 11, and I like that art.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
that's kind of cool. Yeah, that might be one that I don't put on my FOC, but if I pick it up and I see it in person, I'm like, that's a cool cover. I might
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
it up.
exactly.
Spy Island's wrapping up. I haven't been reading it, but I've been hearing really good things.
I really dig that VHS looking cover though.
Yeah,
That one,
yeah,
that throwback cover looks really dope. Not gonna lie, and I'm not even picking up that series.
yeah. And then you got Stranger Things and D&D crossover.
Oh,
I think Sith Lordly's been collecting that.
oh, Newbie just joined the chat also. What's up, Newbie?
Oh, what's up, newbie? I heard Hyper was going to be on your show, but things popped up, so I stole him.
Yeah. All good, all good. We're all fam.
Yeah, that's what's good about the YouTube community. Is we like look out, see who's showing their show at the same time, and try not to overlap each other. But then
Yeah.
we shift things around and get the content out there for the community.
Mm-hmm.
And so IDW, I again like that's all they've got. It's a
It's pretty
light week.
light week. I mean, just me being a TMNT head, I'll most likely, I mean, not most likely, I for sure will be
Yeah,
getting the Jenica 2 of 6. And there's also a 1 in 10 ratio that I'll probably, but then again, that's just me because lately I've just been picking up all the TMNT covers as you've seen on your channel a few days ago where I showed off my 7 copies of The Last Ronin.
yeah,
So, yeah, I'm all about TMNT right now.
yeah. And so that I learned this little trick on I think it was on Instructing Chat Son from Lucas, who he runs his own pool order type of thing. But if you're on the preview thing, you're on like the cover A, and you want to see is there an incentive? You go
Mm-hmm.
up to the bar at the top, you delete the last number, type the next number, and then boom, look, there's our 1 in 10. Because
That's the
they don't always put those straight up on the website.
no, they don't. They don't. That's actually a pretty cool trick. So I don't have to keep Googling if an issue has an incentive or not.
MacBee, it's from what I just saw, there was a 9.8 going. It was at 300 and there was like 14 minutes left. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it ended up selling for, but it's approaching or beyond 300 now. And just like 2 weeks ago, it was only at like 270 or so.
And that's cover A though,
Cover A, yeah.
Because to my earlier point that I mentioned, I skipped out on cover A and I got the Jenny Frizen variant. I'm not sure if you know which one that is. It's the
Yeah,
one where Erica's in the front. That one, in my opinion, was a better looking cover, but that's the one exactly. But that doesn't go for nearly as much as cover A.
it
So
does not.
look at this guy. Look
It
at
does
this
not.
guy.
See, I'm just showing off books. Where's Guy?
The guy's gonna watch this on the rewind.
He's gonna be like, Jeremy's showing off books again.
And the thing is, you showed off that book yesterday, so it's like a rewind of a rewind.
Yep. But yeah, so that we got some more D&D, Sonic, Lock and Key, but very late for IDW also.
No.
And Marvel, though it's still got a lot of books coming out. I still feel like it's a light order for Marvel.
Well, I mean, you have ASM. I mean, it seems like when don't you have ASM lately?
It's every week with this.
It's
So we got 54 LR, or no, this is just 54. Sorry. So we've been going back and forth with the regular number and the LR number.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, are you actually collecting ASM right now?
Yeah. So I've been reading everything with ASM, and I've been getting pretty much all the covers.
Mm-hmm. All the covers?
Wow. So I got all except for like I think the 1 in 500 J. Scott Campbell Virgin for like 49. That not the store variants, because there's no way you could get all those.
Yeah, unless you have a deep bank account.
I do not. But I did get the 1 in 200 because it was such a unique like sketch cover kind of thing with the web background. That was my very high cutoff. I was like, this is a one time thing.
I mean, the thing is, I'm collecting ASM as well, but I don't know. I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship right now with ASM. It feels like it's like I can't seem to let it go, and it keeps disappointing me. But I'm sticking around, hoping for something good to come out of it. I mean, lately, yeah, we've had some good issues with the Sin Eater and all that, but it just feels like you could have got there much sooner than 50 issues. So, I mean,
And I think that's people's criticism of Spencer's run, is that we could have had this happen so much quicker. But at the same time, I feel like we had some good character development in there, with Spider-Man really learning to be that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man again, right?
Mhm.
He just this is the first run in a little bit that he hasn't been rich and owned his own business. And then, we had that whole, I don't know, people don't like the boomerang thing. I kind of thought that was interesting,
well,
him
I
and
mean,
Boomerang's relationship.
the
And
boomerang thing, I wasn't so disappointed with. I mean, I knew they were filling time when we had a whole story arc where he was just doing a podcast with J. Jonah Jameson. I mean, that arc
yeah,
was a complete filler.
that
So
one, yeah.
and Bricks is saying how he's not a fan of the nullified Spider-Man. I don't know, man. I mean,
I
I actually
honestly,
dig it. I
I
actually
think
dig it.
this is in, my top probably 2 or 3 of the nullified covers.
Yeah,
And
I'm
we're
actually. I mean, I'm not picking up all these nullified covers, but this is one that I might actually put in my FOC.
yeah. So I love it. He just looks badass. And that cover A, it's I think, is this Knock? No, Gleason. Gleason did this one? I love this. This is so cool.
It's a
But
nice. Yeah,
I think Todd Knock did a similar like close up face cover recently too.
possibly.
I think it was on like 2 FOCs ago or something. And then the Bagley, I feel like the Bagley variant they never released till like super late.
At the last minute, yeah.
Have you been reading Avengers?
No, no. Although Face is telling me how I should probably get on it before this whole Enter the Phoenix saga starts, which I guess is
So this is where
this
it
issue.
starts. Looks
Yeah,
like
this is where it
this
starts.
is the prologue.
Yeah, apparently big things are supposed to be popping in this series. So I don't know. I mean, this might be one of those last minute issues that I might drop in my FOC, but I haven't really decided yet.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if, because the way that she's dressed here, I'm wondering if this is gonna bring back those like Avengers 1000 DC or whatever,
Oh,
or
right, from
10,000 DC, or oh wait, here, 1 million. It's right there.
1 million BC. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it is.
It,
They've been teasing that story like off and on all year, or not all year, but all this run. From is this
I did like the
Ewing?
ghost. It's Jason Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still it's been Jason Aaron, I believe, since issue 1. I don't think they've changed the writers yet.
Yeah. So this is one of my other top nullified ones.
Okay, this one I'm gonna have to disagree with you on. I mean, this one I'm not sure what they were going for.
It's tried more. It's tried more. This is just
Okay, okay. Yeah, that kind of
So,
explains it.
he did the Silver Surfer black art.
Right.
So
It's just, I mean, this is such a complete. I mean, with this ASM one, I can sort of see the similarities, but passing this off as Captain Marvel, I don't know. I mean, it's really stretching it.
those weren't key issues with the podcast. So this is Miss Marvel on the Captain Marvel cover. Like, which I'm like,
Oh,
why did
okay,
they not do Captain Marvel? But this is Miss Marvel, because you see the bangles.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay. That makes a bit more sense, but I'm still not feeling it though. But I mean, it makes a bit more
Yeah,
sense.
and then you see the lightning symbol here within the
Right.
null symbol. Yeah. So I don't
Jason
know.
has.
I think it's really cool, and Miss Marvel's been kind of hot recently with all the news of her series. So I can see this heating up in some ways, but long term, yeah, it's just gonna be a cool cover, and it's gonna disappear like
Yeah,
a
I
lot
mean,
of variants do.
yeah, I mean, I don't see these tremendously popping. It's just more like if you want to add them to your PC, grab them.
Yeah. Hey Six Face Comics, and it looks like he was hunting down the Department of Truth 2, 1 and 25. I have 2 of those also.
You know what? My shop actually had that one on the wall. It was like going for $50 Canadian. So I guess what in US is like $5 maybe.
What?
Yeah.
No, that sounds about right though, because that'd be what, like 30, $40?
Yeah. I gotta be like I was telling someone else this. It's one of those covers that it definitely catches the eye, but there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to put that on my wall unless like someone walks in and they see a dude like almost about to piece up a baby. I mean, I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's a good look.
Yeah, no, I've got 2. I'm probably gonna send one to like CGC or something at some point, just
Okay.
to long term hold on to. The other one, I don't know. I like it though. It's cool, like a good like Halloween spooky
Yeah,
cover.
definitely spooky. You got that right.
But yeah, so then this cover is just pretty cool for Captain Marvel. We got the Thor's daughter Bridget here, and
Mm-hmm.
then Emma Frost, Captain Marvel. This is like in this like dystopian future thing. I think we're done with the like new characters for
You
this
say that.
at
You
this
say that.
point.
But I mean, I feel like it seems like.
I don't know. Yeah, there could be something because so 23 just happened,
Mhm.
and we meet Ove. And I guess is the argument that this is his first appearance technically versus that's like a cameo. I don't know because it's another one panel kind of thing.
This is one of those situations where I say if you can grab them both, grab them both, so you kind of nullify that discussion.
No, that's Emma. Pretty sure that's Emma because
That looks like Emma. Yeah.
she's in the story. Um, she's been in the story, which is interesting that she's drawn like this though, because in the story she can't go back to her human form.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean, Captain Marvel has been on my pull since issue 8 when Star debuted. This is it's just one of those series where it seems like every 3 or 4 issues something pops in that series. So I'm like, you know what? Let me
yeah.
just keep it in the poll and just leave it there.
Well, and yeah, that's the other thing. Then it's there. If even if you're not reading it, something pops off, you have it already sitting there, ready
Yeah.
to go. And I forgot to show this off. So this is the 1 in 10 for Amazing Spider-Man number 54. So it's
Okay.
the Miles Morales Spider-Man game variant.
The PS5 variant. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really
Pretty dope.
cool cover. I don't remember who this is that he's fighting on the cover though.
Unless is that a character from the game maybe, or is that
It might be. I don't recognize them. I don't know if anybody in the chat knows, but yeah, I don't know. But it's a cool cover. We got a null Conan, but I honestly don't care about Conan
I
too
believe I
much.
collected the first 12 issues of Conan the Barbarian. I mean,
Yeah,
it was interesting, but I mean, it's not a series that I was gonna continue on. I picked it up because Conan was coming to the Marvel Universe,
yeah.
and there's a lot of press behind it. So I figured, okay, let me give it a shot. So I just picked up that first 12 issue story arc.
Well, I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, he's in the Marvel universe now. So I did read him in the Savage Avengers for a while, but
That yeah,
I've
yeah,
dropped that since.
yeah. I dropped that after the first arc also.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting because Star-Lord's coming back from the dead potentially, or you know,
Yeah.
they don't really. Is it Peter Quill? Is it the legendary Star-Lord? Which isn't that the same guy? But I don't know.
That's what I'm not too hip to the old Guardians of the Galaxy lore.
Yeah.
I'm more in tune with the current stuff. And I mean, did anyone really think that Star-Lord was actually going to stay dead? I mean, we knew that
No.
he was going to come back at some point. So
I feel like they even like completely hinted that when he
Mhm.
died. They're just like there's something about like a higher purpose or something. So, which since issue 8 ended with like hints toward the King in Black, I wonder if somehow he's going to play a role in that.
Possibly. Brix is telling us that character on that ASM incentive is a character from the game. So there we
Okay.
go.
Okay. So cool. New character then.
So in that case, that might be something to look into. Maybe.
I think all of these Miles 1 in 10 covers are worth looking into, just solely because Miles has got the hype right now. And I think he'll continue to have the hype until he shows up in a movie, or we get into the Spider-Verse #2 animated or whatever. I think there's going to be enough things with Miles in it that's going to keep him rolling.
Yeah, and actually, I was checking out Reggie Collect's channel, and he mentioned how apparently there was a deal with Scholastic where they want to introduce Miles, like Marvel wanted to introduce Miles through that whole Scholastic book program.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's just another avenue, I guess, for Miles to kind of be prominent. And, he appeals to that younger demographic anyway, so it's almost like a perfect.
Yeah, because he's in high school, so
Yeah.
he's that younger hero. So I decided to try to read everything with King in Black, but honestly, at this one, I might tell my LCS to stop pulling it after I read it. But so I don't know if we're gonna see new Namor characters or something, because this is like in his teen years, but somehow this has something to do with Null. I don't know.
But the thing is, the writer is Kurt Busiek, who used to write the older Avengers storylines. So, I mean, that intrigues me. But with this whole ties with the King in Black, I'm kind of treading a bit carefully because one series that just passed, a few years ago, not a few years ago, like maybe last year, Absolute Carnage. I picked up every single tie-in for Absolute Carnage.
I did too.
And I mean, did any of them really have that much weight? Apart from the main story and the Venom series?
Yeah, like maybe the Miles one was pretty interesting, but
it's almost like the Miles one was like a self-contained story. Nothing. There's no big ramification.
All of them were.
Yeah.
All of them were. The one that I'm most interested in, I think, is the Gwenom versus Carnage, and it's just a one-issue one. This is like 5 issues on. I'm gonna read the first one of this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot, but I'm kind of treading carefully with Donny Cates. I mean, it's not even Donny Cates that's doing these tie-ins; it's actually other writers. So.
Oh, the rarest pop. So the rarest one I did have, but I've since sold. I had the Ned Stark San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. That was like, I think there was 1,008 of them, and he was beheaded.
And yeah, so I remember that one.
That I sold that for like $1,200.
Wow!
I bought it for like $30, so that was pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Tony?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that story. Even just to read. I don't think it's going to be anything like super crazy.
No.
I honestly I can't pull them off where they are right now, or I'm gonna like screw up where some other things. But there is a Hobgoblin pop there, which is probably the rarest I have now. I don't know. And that's because that was part of like some Marvel Collector Core like 1-year anniversary, and then you had to buy a separate box, and lots of people didn't buy that box. So it's like $150 pop now.
I got out of the whole pop game. For me, it's like I already have one hobby that's kind of consuming my time. To have my hand on to it, it's just there's so much knowledge.
I barely pick them up anymore. Just mainly like Spider-Man stuff.
Okay.
And then I picked up Riri Williams recently too.
Nice.
But that's just like, that's dope. Ironheart.
Looks pretty sick.
So let's I don't want to run into the nerd herd at
right, yeah.
9 Central. So we'll run through. There's not too much left to talk about though.
Well, yeah, and then you
Marauders. So we got some Ten of Swords.
Ten of Swords.
Still going.
If you're collecting that, there's Marauders. Yeah.
Yeah. Some Star Wars stuff here. We got a John Tyler Christopher action figure. And then I got to talk about this, of course, Strange Academy.
Of course, the series that everyone's been talking about.
I love this story. I don't know. It's fun. It's starting to get more serious with the Hollow showing up. And so we just finally got their first appearance in issue number 4.
Yeah.
And this looks like, so this is issue 6. So there's still, I think 5 and 6 is going to be the big fight. And I mean, I honestly think that there's a chance that they'll kill off one of the students.
Really?
In the next couple issues. I think they could do it.
Yeah, well, I guess because they don't have a big backstory or lore to them, so it's almost like, I don't want to use the word expendable, but I mean,
they are, yeah. Like, I mean, you could even like, you got the twins, you got Elric and Eric, and okay, what's so different about that? Not to say that twins are one's expendable, but at the same time, it's like,
aren't they on the character spotlight for this FOC?
They are actually. So yeah, that's their time, right? No, I don't know. I don't know which one I think would get killed because we haven't really fully explored all of them yet.
No, still they're all still very fresh, and I mean, you still got to flesh out these characters, but
Yeah, like we've got Emily Bright more than anybody else, but and we got Pacelli has a variant, Sarah Pacelli, so that could be interesting. They just haven't revealed it. I don't know if there's. I don't think there's a. Oops. Okay, well, that went out of order. No, so there's not a 1 in 25 for this. So I think issue 4 was the last 1 in 25. I don't think there was one for 5 either.
Okay. I haven't been picking up the incentives, just the regular covers, so.
I have most of them. I don't have the 1 in 50 for number 1.
That's going for.
Yeah.
That's going for quite a bit right now, right? If cover is already going for 40, 50, I'm sure that the 1 in 50 is probably going for.
It's for like 300 or 400 if it's a 9.8.
Yeah.
So this looks like it'll be interesting too. So
another X title.
Yeah, but so the other thing is, Abigail Brand made an appearance at the end of Empire, and there's the whole like thing, like seeing the future and lots of people dead, but seemed like she was involved with this somehow. So I don't know if this is going to explore that or what she's exactly doing, but it seems like she's leading this team. And Azarus Tiger looked very interested in this too. So I mean, but he loves all that X-Men stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually pulling all the X titles, even though I'm kind of a bit behind on them because there's so many damn titles to read. But so I most likely will be picking up because might as well. It's just one more title to add to the X pile.
Yeah. Where did this?
These heroes at home brands.
Here, this one looks like a cool one. This is Jen Bartel did this cover art.
Nice. That one actually.
It's a 1 in 25, I think.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. But I'll pick up issue 1 on this just to see.
Yeah.
I probably won't keep if it's like going to be super long running. I probably won't go the whole way. But I dropped all of the X-Men titles when X of Swords started. So I was really just reading Marauders for the most part.
Which is probably one of the best. It's probably one of the best ones I find. The Marauders.
Yeah, I almost dropped it when they killed Kitty Pryde, and then Kate.
But we knew that wasn't going to last for too long. I knew at some point she was going to be brought back. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's whatever. So I still don't get this nullified one. Is this the Human Torch?
Who is that actually? I'm curious myself.
I no idea. So honestly, I'm not gonna pick that one up.
The thing is, it's kind of catching. Hold on. Yeah, I mean I kind of like those fire covers that kind of pops. So
Yeah,
it might be one of those things that even if I might not put this on my FLC, if I see this at the shop, it might be one of those covers that grabs me, and I might just
yeah, that's fair. I mean, I say that now, I won't get it, but I probably, if I see it and I like it, I'll do it. But I don't get why that character's on there. But
possibly a
we'll
new
see.
character.
Who knows? Yeah, we'll see Null meet Venom in person finally, potentially, or the cover's a lie, and or and this is a lie too, which I want to put past them to try to pull us in. But the Stegman cover's cool.
Yeah,
There's
I dig Stegman's solo covers that he's doing, because he did a similar one like this with Venom, right? Almost the same kind of headshot.
yeah, and there's the 1 in 100 sketch variant.
The coloring book variant.
Yeah, I got mad because they decided to do a 1 in 500 on issue 30. That was the sketch, so I stopped with the sketches. So that's Marvel.
Yeah.
Anything for Dynamite? Because
I gotta admit, I have no input in Dynamite because I'm not actually pulling any Dynamite titles. I don't know if you are.
I might have one or two, but nothing this week. We got the boys, Dear Becky,
Yeah.
which it's not mine, but my thing, right? I'll watch the show; it's great, but I'm not reading the comics. Red Sonja is not my thing. Betty Page, I don't care. Sacred Six.
Secret Six, yeah.
I mean, this is a cool Peach
Momoko
cover,
Yep.
but I don't read Vampirella, so that's most of Dynamite, and
I mean, I think some people collect. I could be wrong, but the Red Sonias and Vampirellas, some people I find just collect them more for the cover as a cover buy, more than the actual interior.
I agree. Yeah. It is what it is. But boom, we've got some second prints this week or even a third print for Dune.
Yeah.
Where are we looking? Here we go. So we got this one and this one. So you want to talk about these?
Mighty Morphin, yeah. So I mean, I gotta give it to Boom because of all the companies, I find Boom does it the best with slate printings because that it's usually, I don't even think that's an interior. I think that's an original art actually.
Yeah.
For the connect, and that's a connecting cover. So, like I told you
I
previously.
realized who did that art.
Sorry.
It's
Franny.
Justine
Yeah.
Franny. Yeah.
Franny's been making the rounds lately, and yeah. So I mean, like I told you before, I'm a sucker for connecting covers. So I most likely will be picking. What is that?
That's
Oh,
die number
nice.
1, the 1 year. Sorry, I try to get the right angle here. That was like the 1 year anniversary version.
Nice.
It's signed by Justine Franny and I think Stephanie Hans. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I love that. I love Franny's art. It actually didn't look like hers originally, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already gonna be picking up Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers because I never actually read Power Rangers before, but because they're starting a reboot with number 1, and people have been telling me to read Power Rangers, I figure, let me give this series a shot. I haven't read issue 1 yet. I just picked it up this past week. So,
and we have a new team. So
yeah.
And so there's actually two different second print
Two
covers.
different second prints. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
So
Not sure about this one, but I mean, I'll definitely get at least the connecting one.
Yeah, and it's not my thing, so I'm gonna stay out of that and let the people that are collecting the Power Ranger stuff get it. But I like what they're doing there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, Lumberjanes isn't my thing.
No, haven't been collecting Lumberjanes. No.
I know people have been reading Buffy, so that's coming on this order. But the big Boom titles, there's nothing this week.
No, I mean, usually for Boom, I'm looking out for something like Something's Killing the Children. We only find them, Seven Secrets. Those are like.
Yeah. So then this section always is like interesting. So you have to kind of like hunt through here to find things.
Like the hodgepodge.
Yeah, and so this gets me to Erratic.
Yes, the one where I almost thought that you were. I thought that you were gonna pitch the issue called erotic, and then I didn't see the A. So yes,
I
erratic.
know, I got confused when you were like saying that. I'm like, what? Like, because I said AWA, and you thought, or in
Yeah,
Upshot, I was just like, I don't understand what's going on here. But the premise of this is, we got a 15-year-old kid that gets powers that can be used for 10 minutes at a time, and trying to save the world while, navigating life. And this is pretty cool. And then the other cover, I think, is even better. But again, that's the cover A. So
that's the cover B is the one that I think that we said that it almost looks like a spider character.
it does. It almost looks like Ben Reilly's
Yeah.
Spider. Whatever his name is. Scarlet Spider.
Scarlet Spider, yeah. But I'm probably gonna be. I mean, the only AWA title that I picked up before was the Resistance, so I like that series. So I'll probably pick this issue up just because I'm also a fan of Kara Andrews' art.
Yes, and I just was looking at something that had Kara Andrews. He did the Ultimate Spider-Man, like Miles Morales' first series. He did the covers.
Okay, yeah, and he also did the Death Legends of the Dark Knight, that 1 in 25, that with the T-Rex Batman on the front. King Robin.
Yeah, King Robin, yeah. King.
Okay, the one that's going for stupid money on eBay.
Nice. Yeah. So and then this one's Mike Diodato Jr. doing that. And so the other thing that I wanted to pull out from here is Giga #1's getting a second print. With cover art by John Lay. And so there's a regular version, and then there's a foil version.
Yeah, I've noticed that Vault seems to do that with their late printings, where they always have like two variants.
That autumnal one that they did was really cool.
Yeah.
I picked that up. And then issue #2 for Giga. I think it sounds like she's coming back. His friend that sounded like died in issue 1, like early in the story.
Mm-hmm.
But she may not have died. That's what I'm assuming.
I mean, it's an interesting premise, I gotta say.
Right. And the thing about it is, like, there's so much in the story and so many things that could be happening in that world that I want to know more of what's happening.
Yeah.
And they didn't explain it too much.
No. And the thing is, I don't expect them to. It's one of those things where it's a slow burn.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see anything else when you were looking through? I don't think I did.
I mean, Heavy, I know it's
oh wait,
I'm not reading Heavy, but I know that's another series that people have really got into.
There's one more. I gotta find it though. I don't remember what it's called.
I am picking up Miles to Go.
Oh yeah, let me go back to that in a second. I just want to show this off because I know this series was hot when it came out.
Yeah. I actually picked up this issue recently. I haven't read it yet, but I was fortunate that my pull box service was able to set an issue aside for me. So I'm curious just to read this issue.
Yeah, and I like this guy's art. He's done some variant covers for Something's Killing the Children.
Yes, yeah.
So I probably would like it if I checked it out, but I'm also trying to not add too many more stories to what I'm looking at. So, my shop owner was talking about Miles to Go. He was liking.
It's a good premise. It's one of those. I mean, it's almost like a former hitman assassin, and she's trying to, I guess, start off on a fresh new start in life with her daughter, and it's almost like her past is coming back to haunt her. So,
gotcha.
And it's one of those stories where not all is what it seems, and what I like is there's no such thing as a clear cut like good guy, bad guy. It's like there's a lot of shades of gray, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Did I miss
Is there a We Live third? Oh, I didn't even. I know that there was a second print. I think last week or the week before, but I think that might be probably more at the bottom. You should see it.
I don't see it. We Live is Aftershock, right?
Yeah, We Live is Aftershock.
Yeah.
So it would be in this section actually, unless did they push the FOC? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Let me.
Yeah, search up We Live. Let's see what's the release date. Third print. I'm seeing 16th
December
December.
16th. So I don't think that
think,
would be this FOC,
no,
right?
I think the FOC for that would be probably next week, maybe, or not, because it's usually every 3 weeks, right? So.
Let me just.
Or just search in previews.
In shops December 9th, and this is. What did I say? December 16th? Yeah, so that's a week off. So that should be next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that won't be on this week's FOC, but it should be on next week's. I don't think they've set, like, you can usually, yeah, you can't go to next week yet. Let me see.
No, I don't think it's there.
What do we do?
You might have to actually search for We Live. I see a third print.
Yeah, orders due November 23rd.
Okay, so yeah, so
that's
2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Okay.
No worries. All right, we got that cleared up.
Oh no, you're good, because that has been a hot series, so we want to make sure if that's coming up, we want to talk about that. But we're at about an hour and 2 minutes. Nerd Herd is started about 13 minutes ago, so
yeah.
We've overlapped them a little bit. Anybody got anything else in the chat? I thank you all for hanging out with us and talking about the final order cutoff. Anyone you want to shout out, Hyper.Combo?
No, man. I mean, thanks for having me on, and I just want to thank all the boys and girls that joined the chat, and especially the ones that are here for the first time. Appreciate you guys showing some love to my man Sparks, and yeah, let's do this again.
Let me drop something into the chat real quick. I'm gonna send the link to your channel. So if anyone,
but my channel has squat right now. It just has me doing PS4 videos.
It's up and coming. It'll be coming in. So subscribe now. So when you're dropping videos, it'll be ready to go, and you'll have people already ready to watch them.
Appreciate it. And actually, wait, I actually would want to do a quick plug. If you guys hop over to my IG, and the handle's right there, Hyper.Combo.Comics, I'll be doing a giveaway once I hit 1,000 followers. And right now I'm about, let me just check.
980. I just dropped your IG in the chat.
No, actually, oh wow, I just got, okay, 980. Yeah, so 20 more followers and I'll be doing my 1,000 follower giveaway. So yeah, if you haven't already followed me on IG, definitely I encourage you to do so. And I try to drop contents daily, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then right now we are about to go over and hang out with Team Nerd Herd.
Yeah, definitely check them out.
They're at 527 subscribers. Let's get them up. They're on their way towards that 1,000. So go on, head over there. They're going to talk about this week's releases. That's what they're talking about right now.
Things you should be looking out for. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about what to order by tomorrow. They're talking about what to look for in the shop this week. So go on over to Team Nerd Herd right now, and let's go hang out in the chat there.
All right, guys. Peace.
See you, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us.